Hi, everybody. This is Terry from Sweet Pea Papers, the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group, the Junk Journal Tutorials and More Facebook group, and now Junk Journal and Papercrafts group. I've picked up another group, and I want to welcome you guys to the group and have you be sure to go over there and sign up. And we're going to be having a contest. Well, not a contest, but a challenge and a drawing. And yeah, all that just starting today. Today. So if I seem a little excited, it's because I am. We've got people in the group already, and I'm sure that they would love for you to come over and hang out. Now, to enter the drawing, Nathalie from LineDotArrow has graciously designed a challenge kit for us, which is 5 pages. And all you have to do is do a project, any project, a card, a tag, a little journal, whatever you want to do with the 5 page challenge kit and post it in the Junk Journal and Papercrafts group with the hashtag welcome at JJP. Now it's at is as in the at sign, like in your email address. Okay, so it's hashtag welcome at JJP for Junk Journal Papercrafts and Papercrafts. Okay, so the kit that she made has this page, and now I've already printed it the way I'm going to cut it out on my scan and cut. So there's this page and this page, okay? Then there's this page and the backing page and this page, okay? So you're going to cut that out in the center, and you're going to cut these out in the center, okay? Unless you don't want to. You could cut something out and put it right over the top of it. This is like a little folder, little booklet. And this is some ephemera, a pocket, two pockets, a couple of tags, some pieces of tape, some smaller ephemera. Okay, so it was really sweet of her to do that for us. And so this is our first challenge, and we're going to go from today until next Friday, and then I'll have a drawing on Saturday, and the prizes are 3 junk journal kits from LineDotArrow. So what that means is 3 people will each win 1 kit from LineDotArrow, and they'll be able to go over to her Etsy shop at etsy.com/line.arrow and pick out a kit, whichever one they want, and then just let her know through the shop messaging, system, and then she will send you your download link. It's just that easy. So remember that you have to post your pick in Junk Journal and Papercrafts Facebook group. You can't post it at my other Sweet Pea. You can. I encourage it, but they won't count in the drawing, okay? So you can go to Sweet Pea Papers and you can go to Junk Journal Tutorials and More and post them there. Just, so we can all see them, so everybody can see them. And, but the ones for the drawing are at Junk Journal and Papercrafts Facebook group. And the drawing, I told you about that, and the entries, and the kit, and the new group. Now, this used to be Teddy Treasure and Friends, and that was Tanya. But she went on to doing mainly Patreon. So be sure to visit her over there at Patreon. That would be great. I'm sure she would appreciate that. Okay, so that's it for the intro. I am going to get rid of my flip through board And I'm going to go over to my scan and cut all these out. And then when I come back, we'll turn it right side up. And then we will make a small project. Okay? Alrighty, I will see you in just 1 second. Okay, everybody, I'm back. This is what I ended up with. It looks like a lot because I printed everything twice. And I'll tell you why. I wanted to put these back to back. In order to do that, I needed two. And then also, I can't double side print this because on one the logo's here and on the other side the logo's there. So when I tried to print it back to back, then it was off by about that much. So I just printed it twice and glued it together. Okay. And I did that already because that way the glue would be dry. I did some stuff ahead of time in case you can't tell because there was no sense, in doing it on camera. So I took these and since I had two and I had two of each of the pictures, there was no way that I was going to be able with my hands to be able to cut out that circle. So what I did was I just glued these circles on top. And I did the peaches on one, or apples on one, and then I did the cherry and the nut on the other so they would be different. At first I had one on one side, one on the other, and then I was like, silly, then they're both going to be the same. So this way they're both different. And what else did I do? What else did I do? What else did I do? Oh, I inked everything. Oh, and I put the acetate on the windows ahead of time. So I cut the windows out the best I could. And then I went ahead and put the acetate in the windows because I thought that's just a time-consuming thing that we don't have time to do. So all you do is take a tool like this. I got it on AliExpress. No. I got it on Temu. And it's like an ink pen. And when you do the ink pen out, there's a little blade there. Then you can draw with it with a ruler and cut your stuff out. Now, by about the third window, I got the hang of it, kind of. But then I only had one left after that. So I have one pretty good one and three kind of meh ones. So that's that. We've got our pokey tool, our needle, our thread. I used walnut stain to ink with, and that's that. So I'm going to move this stuff out of the way for right now. We won't be doing any cutting on this because it's already been done. I already cut it out and everything. Now, you might think this is the pages we're going to put inside. Now, you might think that a person would use this as the outside, but I'm not going to. I'm going to use this as the inside cover, and I'll tell you why. Because we're going to be folding it in half and sewing in a signature. And if we do that on the front, then it's going to have that brown part, right, from the center over on the front. I'd rather have that on the inside with the paper separating it, and then have this on the front, and then it will look like a spine, like an actual booklet spine. Okay, so let's do that. Let me move this over here. Let's go ahead and score this. Oh, there's a piece of paper stuck in there already. Think we'll use that? No. So we want to, let's mark it in the center first. That would be a good plan. So I'm going to get out my Timmy ruler, turn it to the 0 side. And then, oh, look at that. It's exactly 1/2 inch. So at 1/4 inch is the center. So I'm going to mark it right there. Thank you, Natalie. What a great thing she just did for me. Made my life so much easier. Just so much. I used Fabri-Tac and it still feels a little damp, so hopefully we'll be all right. I'm so excited. I don't know if you can tell or not, but I really, really am. I thought I was going to have to measure some weird amount or... I'm doing a little bit more because we're going through 2 and it's a little damp. Okay, so it's going to want to, because of the side I scored it on, it's going to want to fold in, which is the opposite way that I want. But I'm going to go ahead and fold it the way it's going to want to fold because of the way I scored it. And then I'm simply going to flip it and fold it back. I'm going to bone folder it. This is a Teflon bone folder. It's got Teflon on it, so stuff does not stick to it. Amazon, once again. If you go to my Amazon shop, I probably will have this added in within the next few days. All I have to do is find it. Because in my shop are all the things I recommend. And every single thing in there is something that I use, and there's nothing that I don't. So I didn't just go around looking for stuff and adding it in. It's all stuff that I use and that I know that works. Okay. So now we're going to get our stuffing so we don't pokey tool our glass. And my friend that I bought this from, she's not in business anymore, put a cork on the end of my pokey tool when she mailed it to me. I thought that was very nice. I'm not going to measure this. I'm just going to go in a little bit and poke it, and then right about the center and poke it. Now I'm going to do that on the outside because the inside is going to have that little pushed out area. I'm going to make them a little bit bigger because it's hard for me to do this. I wonder if I should do it with embossing thread instead of bookbinders twine. Well, let's try it. Let's cut the pages out to size. That would help. I've got 4. So when we fold it in half, that'll be 16 pages. And I haven't inked these because I haven't cut them yet. So we're going to cut them a little bit smaller than the than the cover. So we want to cut it here. We'll make it narrower. And let me slide this in. Otherwise, we'll cut off our mark. And here, we'll make it shorter. You see what I mean? If I were to put this mark on the outside, I'm sorry, I still have glue and walnut stain all over me. I tried to wash it off, but then I would cut the mark off. So let's see if I can do this all in one. Oz is giving himself a bath right where I needed to stand. But I let him be. That worked, I think. I wonder if this will work for this. Well, I guess it will. I'm only going to cut 2. I'll leave the other 2 as stripes. I'll use them for accordion folds. Okay, Oz, come on, move, buddy. Taken enough of a bath. He snorted at me. He was mad that I made him move. I didn't want to step on his paw. Okay, so that should work for that. And I'm going to have to ink these because I'm going to sew them in. I won't be able to ink them afterwards, really. And I'm kind of just scruffy inking. I did that with the rest of the kit. So yeah, I thought we would sew a thing in the middle and put some pockets and stuff in and then decorate it. I'm not really very good at ephemera for some reason. Oz. You can see how well he listens. And we didn't do the center. Trying to do this as fast as I can. That's why it's a good thing we're doing it scruffy. What you have to do is lightly run it down the center, and that'll get you that line. Really, that's not what I should do, but that's what I'm going to do. It's a little dark. Really, I should ink it because they're not going to be next to each other, so they're going to be like a page and a page, so maybe I'll just use 3. Well, I already cut it. Doesn't take that long. It took me longer to get it lined up than it is for me to ink it. So yeah, it took me a while to get everything inked and realize what I had to do to get that the way I wanted it. Couldn't figure out why it didn't line up. So why? Why? I'm such a silly. Okay. Sorry about that. Not really much I could do about it. Can't really just put them in there without inking them in this particular project. So much for that, just run it down there, huh? Well, the ones that I didn't just do that look better. Because then it looks like it's inked on both pages, you know. So we've got these. Now you could have, this is so small, you could have stapled it if you had wanted to. And now this is a little bit closer to this one, and that's fine. And the reason why it's fine is because that way we know this is the bottom. Doesn't really matter when we're sewing it, but it might at other times. So you're going to put this in here. We're going to pokey tool this. I don't know why I didn't do it before. I don't know why I didn't clip it and do it all at once. I don't know what I was thinking. That's the way you should do it. You should clip it like this. And then use the pokey tool on it. But this is Terryland. I'm going to make sure that I can pull it through. There we go. It's a little big for this thread, I guess. Now, when I put my needles in here, I put the one that I want to use with the gold end at the top and all the others the other way. Or is it the other way around? Because I want to use this bigger one. It's the other way around. I like the bigger, duller one. This is my second choice. I think I'll use it. Oh, they're very close to the same size. Okay, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and a bit. And go all the way to the bottom, go back out. And then pull everything tight. Pull everything tight. I'm sorry, I was holding it right up to my chest. And then come back in on the opposite side of the piece that's hanging out already. Okay, pull everything tight. And then tie a knot. Can't believe I got it. You can tie a bow if you like, but I would tie a knot first, at the very least. I'm not going to try a bow. I'm just happy I was able to sew it in. Okay, so now we have a little notebook. We will bone folder it and then sit something on it when we're done for a day. That'll smush it down. That'll do it. I have this ginormous encyclopedia that look at the words, see what side's up. Yeah, gotta set on everything. Now there's 2 sizes. Pocket. So I'm thinking, since I have 2 of them, which is 4 pockets, I would put one. I'm not going to put them in here. Look at the butterfly wing. Isn't that pretty? So let's put them here. And I'm going to, I don't think I'm going to use them gusseted. I left the gussets on. I wasn't sure. So we'll put this one here. We've got 30 minutes, so if I zoom along, see how inking the paper makes it look so much better. Can't believe that worked and I cut it the right size the very first try. That is a wonderful thing when that happens, isn't it? I inked everything but the ones that I had to cut things off of. Okay, so let's put this one in here somewhere. I want to put that in the middle. Now the two different things fit right in these pockets. So I'm only going to have, if you remember, I'm going to have 4 pockets, but I'm only going to have 2 cards by the time I get done. So what I'll do is I will make some cards out of something and put them in here. I may print the backing paper out again and do something else and make a couple of tags off camera. And then we will try and take a couple of photos real quick for the video, you know, posting a video. And I post it here, there, and everywhere, as you do. I probably, since this is the center, put one on either side. Then I need another one for in here, somewhere in here. So it looks like I'm going to be printing the pages 3 times. But you can do it however you like. You know what I mean? You can make some lace pockets. That would be pretty. I just don't have anything cut out right now. It's Friday. Videos for Saturday. We kind of decided to do this. I'd like to thank Nathalie again. She really pulled this together really quick. We decided on, I think, Tuesday. And she had the papers ready on Thursday. And I had finished up my Halloween journal for my Ko-fi members. And they get 2 video series a month. for their membership, silver and gold memberships anyway. And that's at ko-fi.com/sweetpeapapers. I didn't ink it. Put that way over there on purpose. Put it far enough over so people know you did it that way on purpose. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do these. Now, what I did, I wrote inside on the part on the side where the rough acetate was. Okay, just so I wouldn't accidentally glue the wrong two sides together. So I cut the shapes out. Then I cut the windows out. As you can see. And then I inked around the windows. Okay, don't forget to do that. And I inked a lot to scruffy it up to kind of cover up some of my mistakes. And one of them, this one has a tear. Oh well, it just made it look, all scruffy. And that covers it up, she says confidently. So now, the only thing I don't have any flowers. Well, actually I do, but I didn't get them out. So these match the color. And they're dried flowers from my garden. So I'm going to put a piece in this one. Whoopsie, I'm going to put the bigger piece in this one. Probably going to have to take some off of it still. And the smaller piece in that one, of course, I have to take some off of that. So the key is to have acetate on this one and acetate on this one. Not just one, but both. Put that there. Put that there. It'll work. So lay that where you want it. And glue this side. Lay that where you want it on the inside. Silly me. That's why I wrote it on there. On the inside, okay. Then we're going to glue these together. You can't make a side pocket or anything, even though you want to. I was so tempted. Now that's one thing you could do. You don't have to put stuff in here. You could glue them together and leave one side open as a pocket. And then you'll see the card in the window. If you don't want to put some flowers or anything in there, or you don't have any. I've done that before, and it looks nice. Okay, now you're going to take this and you're going to splop it right on there. And just line the windows up. After putting glue around the window too. So you want it around the outside and around the outside of the window. And that's all there is to that. The same thing with the specimen slide. So now we've got this. Give the camera a second to focus. All right. Now this little booklet that I'll make a pocket for, I will probably staple. Okay. Probably just use my regular stapler and staple it. My tiny attacher won't reach the center. Oh, it's a little shark self. So I'll do that with that. So let's do this one real quick and then make sure you know how to do it. Lay it down where you want it. Get anything that's completely sticking up out of the way. Put glue around the window so your stuff doesn't move. If you have a flower, you're going to have to kind of glue the flower with something that dries clear like Fabri-Tac, but just use the teeny weeniest amount. Otherwise, when you move it, it's going to make like a shaker card. But you can do that too, since you're gluing around the window. Okay. Now this one is the same on the top and the bottom. However, I just realized there's a right side up and an upside down. Right, that's right side up. Well, it must be 9 o'clock. That was my medicine alarm. Okay, now here you see I've got just a little bit of stuff sticking out, so we're just going to turn it off. In fact, we're going to line this up a little bit better. And then we've got this one too. So let's put this in one of the pockets. I'm going to not put it in all the way. I'm going to leave this sticking out. And then you probably want to put something different in each one. Looks like I should have left the gusset on, because it's too thick. All right, so I will do that when I print them out again. And I will put it there. And then, to tell you the truth, I think it would have looked better if I had done this from the side and the slide was this way. This way. Do you know what I mean? So I may not put that there. I may wait, and I may put this somewhere with a belly band or a little band. Ooh, like wonder if I can glue these to where I can still get it out and make it a tuck, I think. You make it like this, which we've got one of these already crossed, but it's not quite big enough. So let's glue these two together here. So that we know it's wide enough to make a tuck. So that will stick up in there. Okay. And we'll just glue the edges. Enough to hold, but not a whole bunch because we need enough room for that to stick up in there. And we'll stick it in there. Okay. We'll stick that there like that. So I need a gusseted pocket or something. Let's make a belly band for it. I need to print out more material. More paper. This isn't going to be wide enough. I think what I'll do is cut a piece of the backing paper and make a belly band. And then put this in the center of the belly band. Because it isn't quite long enough. And I don't have any extra material. Because this isn't quite wide enough. Nope, that's too snug. Needs to be a little bit wider than that. So I will print out some more and put additional things in. We can use these as pockets. Put some of this small ephemera on there. Put one of these. Made these really small. The gussets make them too large. I'll put that in there. punch these holes. I need to punch them on this smaller one. So I'm going to put a brad through there. Pretty good job. So what we'll do is we'll ink it a little bit. This is all scruffy already. Just to knock the white off. Doesn't take much. Okay. I think that this is a Tim Holtz brad. One of those little bitty ones. And put that through the hole. Then we'll open it up back here. We won't need to cover it or anything. It'll be fine. Kind of looks like a clock. Now, if you wanted to be cute, you could draw a little clock on the back. Okay, and then that way this has something that helps you be able to see it because there's a background. But then you can also move it away and see this. You can put something on this. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not really good at this. We can put probably won't be able to leave his wings up like that because to put it in a belly band or a pocket or something, then you're going to end up having to glue them down probably. But I'm going to leave them up right now because I want to. Okay, so there's that. So that's all we have time for. But and I'm sure Nathalie's going to have something really cool and have hers completely finished in an hour. But I'll finish mine off camera. You get the general idea. The main thing I wanted to show you is the windows and the doohickey in the center, the flower, and then how to do a little 3-hole pamphlet stitch. Some of you have asked about that. I'm not very good at the 5. This is too small for that anyway. So I'm going to staple this. I'm going to print out the backing paper back to back a couple of times, and that way I can make some belly bands and things with it, and I might break out some stamps. Okay? All right, well, that's all we have time for. I want to thank you guys for joining me. I want to thank you for ahead of time for going to visit Junk Journal and Papercrafts Facebook group. And don't forget to post your pictures to enter the drawing and use the hashtag welcome at JJP. Okay, that's the hashtag you use when you make your post, and that will get you an entry in the drawing. And the event is from today until next Friday. And I'm not sure what the date is today, but you'll be looking at it whatever day this is posted. I can't believe I forgot to look at the date. Yeah, and so we'll see you there. And the prizes are 3 junk journal kits from Nathalie over there at LineDotArrow, and 3 people will win 1 kit each, and they can go over to LineDotArrow over at Etsy and pick out which one they want. Okay, all right. Well, that's it for me, and I will see you probably tomorrow or Monday in the next video series, because we just got done with Autumn Fairies. Okay, I'm back. I didn't think I was going to be back, but I'm back. I thought I would show you guys what I ended up with, because it wasn't really fair that I ended up running out of time. So real quick, I tied this little piece of lace around because it springs out. Then I made this, remember we had this little booklet to make, and I just went ahead and glued this down even though I had the picture on the other side, and I put one of the little butterflies there. And I just put those 2 little things in there. I put this in here. I had to cut it down. It was one of those brown pieces that looked like it needed to be either a pocket or a card. I cut it down to fit in there. I used those 2 little tape pieces with the apples on them for there. I left our slide. Got her little watch. And I put the 2 butterflies on here. I had to cut this card way down. And, to get it to fit, because I took the gussets out. Because I'm always so wise. And then I did this with our double tag. I put this tag in the pocket, and this tag is on the outside. And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. So I just wanted to show you real quick what I ended up with. It wasn't very complicated or anything. It just takes me a minute to think about it and to cut things down and try what I'm going to do or whatever. And I just ran out of time on camera because I couldn't think fast enough. So that's it for this video. And I will see you guys in the next video for real. Thanks a lot for hanging out with me. Bye-bye.